This week I was thinking about what of my experience coming back to life from locked-in syndrome could help us all right now with our struggle, whether it's economic, whether it's a liberation struggle, whatever it is. So I was thinking back over the things I had to relearn and teach myself or overcome. And I remember that when I had enough ability to go out into public, first I had to push myself backwards in a wheelchair. And then I would take the wheelchair back to the car and dismantle it and go home. And then I decided I was going to use a walker, a four-wheel walker, and that would help me. But the problem was that when I went out in public, I didn't have any balance or relation to gravity, because after you have a stroke, all of those are gone. And so I would get ready to walk. I would get my walker out of a car and get ready to walk into a store. And I could do the parking lot because I could stay close to the cars. But when I had to walk away and walk through the intersection, like it's here at this Target, right here, like that 15 feet of space, my body would seize up and my mind would close and I couldn't do it, and I would have to turn around and go home. So it was so frustrating to have that happen, and I realized I had to do something. What I discovered was that my body was fully capable of doing something my mind was triggered to say that I couldn't. My body was fully capable of doing something that my mind triggered to say that I couldn't. So I had to fix my mind, not my body. So what I would do is when I would get ready to walk across that intersection, I would trick my mind. And how I would trick my mind is that I would start talking to myself. And I would have to talk to myself without any gaps the whole time to make it across that intersection, and now I have my body seized up. So I would do this. I get ready to walk. And as I'm almost on my own, I'd say, I'm the strongest person in the world. Nothing bad has ever happened to me. I'm going to make it across this walkway. There's going to be no problem. Any assistance I need will be given to me, but I will make it of my own free will and my strength, and thank God for all that He can do for me. Amen. And I would make it across the walkway. And the help that I needed on the other side of the door would be there, and I could sit down and regain my strength. And anytime I needed to use that mantra to get myself across a space that I couldn't cross, it would always work. And now I can do it on my own. So what I'm saying is there are things right now that we are convinced that maybe we can't do, but our mind is tricked to say we can't. So our mind is programmed to say that we can't, or somebody is telling us it will never happen. So the point is to decide how you're going to talk to yourself about what's going on. So that's one survival skill. And we're in the middle of an economic collapse, for sure. But I'm listening and paying attention to smart people who are going to navigate this maze, because that's all it is, the maze. And we can get through and out of this, and we can live in celebration and party and communion with each other, and nobody can tell us that that can't happen. So I'm not going to allow my mind to be tricked to believe that everything is going to be taken from me and everyone I own, and this globe and all of us will fall into peril because a handful of man would have it to be that way. I will not see the world that way anymore. Not for you and not for me. So that's one of my mind games today for you. I love you all. Bless you. I know you're praying for me, and I pray for you, and things are going well. I just want to share joy.